to another episode of Figure It Out. Today, I have someone who's an amazing friend since the last 10 years, and one of the few people I know who's turned his passion into profession. And today, we're shooting is actually his workplace, which is also one of the places where I started as a kid. Hrishikesh, hi.
Hi,
Welcome to
Sajid.
Figure It Out. And
Thanks for having me.
thank you for taking out time. I mean, I know I'm taking time out from your coaching. So people not on YouTube and watching it on say Spotify or Apple or any other audio platforms, you might hear some cricketing noises behind like bat or balls or just kids noises. We're actually shooting at Hrishi's academy, so you might for the full experience you might actually want to watch it on YouTube. So Hrishi, I mean, lovely to see all these kids over here, and like amazing as well. Like takes me back to my childhood when I started at the age of 3. Like how did you come up with this idea, and like what did you study, and was it always this that you wanted to do?
I did my bachelor's sergeant in media practices, mass communications, and specialized in sports writing.
Right.
So during my college days, I was given a task or a job.
Right.
We had like a journal.
Okay.
Which used to come out weekly journal.
Right.
So I used to cover the sports page, but not just cricket.
Okay.
Any sport.
Any sports. We love sports.
And I used to go across the Maidans in Mumbai.
Oh wow! When was this?
This was in 2007-8.
So you were what, 17 or 18?
I was 17.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was 17 that time, and I think that time I knew I would do something
related to cricket
in my life related to the sports. I think journalism was there always. I used to write a lot, so that quality was always there. But on top of it, there was a camp which was arranged by our college.
Okay.
So we had to travel to Delhi.
Okay.
That was called as cutting edge camp.
Right.
Cutting edge is cutting the edges, getting to know yourself better.
Right.
And all the military people who once they worked in the army, Indian army, they were teaching us exactly what to do, like in personality development, negotiation skills, stuff like that. We got bored at the beginning of the camp, but at the end of the camp, we learned a lot of things at a very young age. And at that point in time, I think they at the end of the workshop, they gave us a workbook.
Right.
So the workbook mentioned a lot of things. Right. At the end, there was a very important question that what you want to do or achieve in life.
Right.
As a profession, what you want to do.
Right.
And lot of students who were there at that camp got stuck at that particular question.
But you knew that मेरे को पता है मेरे को cricket
and that is what I wrote, and my thing was done. I gave it.
So you actually manifested this.
Yeah, of course.
You actually wrote it, and you wanted to be here, and you came here.
Yeah,
which is amazing, like incredible. But you mentioned that you did your media practices, and then you started this. So how was that journey from there to here? Like, what did you like? Did your parents support you? Like, did they not like it? What was it?
I played a lot of cricket across Mumbai. I went to UK as well. I played cricket there as well.
So you're one of the few people who's played both in India and across.
Both in India and across.
Right. How's it different playing from over here and in UK?
More professionalism.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Over there, even lower level of grade cricketers, they play at a professional level. So they manage it quite well than here. But over here, there is a lot of cricket, more cricket. So if they are playing 10 matches, we are playing
50.
We are playing 50 or more than 50.
Yeah.
So even now, I've got a student here.
Saturday, Sunday को 3-4 match खेले.
Maybe 3-4 matches in one day.
Yeah, so absolutely.
Right now, I mean, I have an example. Like I have a guy who's come from UK, practicing in that net now. So his father is here now.
Okay.
And they play, I think, 13 to 14 games in one season. That is like 3 months, which is nothing.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. There's no
we
practice.
play, I think, more than 100.
Yeah.
In that 4 or 5 months period.
We get exhausted while playing like so many matches. So you mentioned that there's one kid from UK. Like, are there more people who come from outside Mumbai? Yeah, even you country. Like, how is it? Like, do you train others? Like, how is it? So how is it different? In Indian kids versus people from abroad, how is it different coaching them? Like, how is the mentality? Like, as a coach, you are a team leader over here, right? I mean, they will do what you want them to do, right? But obviously, they come from a specific mindset. So, how do you train them to be at like a certain level in a team, playing as a team?
Number one is whenever they contact me, and I mean, I would love to mention that I've got a page on Instagram, which is Cricket Explained. So whatever anyone who is watching this can just go and check.
Definitely do check it out.
Yeah, so do check it out. And whatever they want to come and do here is when I talk to them over the phone, I just tell them one thing. Which the first thing is, I don't know what you have learned, but if you're coming here, come with a blank mind.
Basically, unlearn everything and then start fresh.
Not unlearn, but just come with a blank mind.
Okay.
Whatever you take away from here will definitely help you in the future. This is what I tell them. Don't unlearn anything.
Okay.
Because that is something that they are doing.
But basics rakho.
Yeah. Just stick to what you have been doing.
Right.
But once you come here, whatever new things that you learn, you can obviously take that into your game. And if it, makes you a better player, why not?
Why not? I think your job as a coach is not to train them differently, but prepare them for a life ahead and prepare them for matches.
Yeah.
Right. It's not just like drills to koi bhi kar sakta hai.
Yeah.
Your job as a coach is to give them to understand each player and train them in a different way. Like similarly in life, like if you are at a certain level and if you are like at workplace, right? There's not much differences between a coach and a team leader or a manager. I would say, like as a manager, you would want to train people in a certain way where you want them to perform.
Yeah.
Because like that's how a team delivers. Because you be a leader rather than a boss.
Yeah.
Right, you don't tell them do this, do that, but rather according to their personalities, their skill set, you mold them further.
Yeah.
Right? See, no two people will be the same.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, here I've got a lot of kids who have come from other states as well, or from other countries, or even from locals like who live in the city, and that is the only thing that they keep telling me, their parents, that my child is behaving in a certain way now. He has changed a little. So that
Sports teaches you discipline.
Yeah. So I'm not saying just discipline, but I mean, of course, the discipline comes.
Correct.
For any sportsman, without discipline, it's not going to happen. Nothing is going to happen.
Right.
But for me, I think they need to take good values. They need to have those good values to become a better sports person, not just a cricketer.
Right.
So whatever I teach them can be skills. Skills based, that has to be there, of course. You need to tell them how to hold the bat.
Absolutely.
How to
you start from scratch also with some people who want to do it. So how is it different treating? Because कोई आएगा जिसको बैट पकड़ना नहीं आता है, कोई बात है जिसको बैट पकड़ना आता है, कोई बात है जो बैट गलत तरीके से पकड़ रहा है. So how do you actually differentiate between them, and how do you not differentiate might be a wrong term, but how do you get them to a point where everyone is
how do you manage every player?
Exactly.
That's the answer. So how do you manage every player?
Okay.
People say how you coach every player. It is about managing the individuals, because every individual is different to the other individual.
Absolutely.
So I've got maybe someone who is skillfully brilliant.
Right.
But if we hear a lot about, on commentary sometimes, oh, great talent, but he will only become better. If he is managed well. What is the meaning of managing? Managing is communication.
Right.
You have to communicate with them that it's okay, not a good period, but I know you can do it. It is just a small communication.
Right.
We don't score good marks in school. We find that one of the teachers, we have a very long lasting relationship with that teacher in school. Because of the
लोग को कोई मेरे को भी मेरे स्कूल टीचर याद है
I want to go to school and meet that teacher.
Correct.
That teacher you never hate. That is because they have stood behind you all the time.
And they've also managed your the way you are, not try to mold you in a way that they want you to be, but rather enhanced your skill set and amplified
because coaching at the end of the day, it's about not what I know. At the end of the day, it is about what they know.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Some of them, like some of the things that I have heard, is what I know. This is what I know. This is what I know.
Right.
At the end of the day, like once we finish training from here, what matters is what they know.
What they know. Absolutely. वो बाहर जाके मतलब coach's job is just beyond the boundary line.
Exactly.
खेलना उनको या life उनको
they have
life
to manage everything.
I think there's a lot of similarities between playing a sport under a coach and also in life. तुमको कोई इंसान रास्ता दिखा सकता है, चलना तुमको ही है. तुम क्या सीखते हो, तुम क्या उससे टेक अवे लेते हो और उसको कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट करते हो. I think there's not much of a difference. And I think that's why everyone says that you should always take up a team sport in your life. not an individual sport maybe, but as a team
I
sport.
mean,
it
not
teaches-
a lot. I don't know. Obviously, not all of them will play for India.
Right.
But I know for sure.
But at least they'll become better people.
Better people, exactly.
Right.
That
At
is
least
what
they'll
I
become
want.
like a better person in life. Understand the values.
Yeah.
Hard work ka
Exactly.
results ke साथ है. Like, there's no substitute to hard work. People say that.
Even if 1% of growth,
Right.
you have to stay under the sun
Absolutely.
and then achieve it.
Absolutely.
It's not
Matlab,
just
it's
going
not
to
easy staying like 3-4 hours
No,
under the sun and everything,
Of course not.
doing things on the go.
Yeah.
Hey, amazing. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this whole setup was not easy. Like, were there any challenges,
Whew.
family,
Oh, you're
financial, everything? Like, how was
taking
it?
me back to 2017.
Did I touch a nerve over there?
I know it's good to go back sometimes. It's okay.
I think it's good not to forget your roots, where you come from.
course, of
It keeps you humble and grounded.
Exactly. So this started 2017.
Okay.
As I said, I always wanted to get into coaching.
Right.
And for me, the difficult part was when to do it, because I was playing.
Right.
And
We used to play together.
yeah. And then sometimes it sounds really weird nowadays. Like, oh, you started very, very young. But that time, the same thing happened with me.
Right.
Why you want to get into coaching? You still have that many years of
Correct.
cricket left.
Correct.
And I was very practical about it. I went back home and gave it a thought that I'm doing well,
Right.
but how many years
मतलब
more
एक
I'm
वो
going to
होता है
play?
ना कि एक वो मेंटालिटी रहता है सबका कि करियर अच्छा चल रहा है, ये चल रहा है, तो उसको छोड़ के तुम ये इतना ये क्यों चालू करो जहाँ पर पैसे-
I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have reached a decent level. I'm not
course.
saying it, and nobody knows. It
Of
is
course.
one season that is a breakthrough for any cricketer. So
not
maybe,
even one season at times, just like a couple of matches
Yeah.
and you through.
but maybe I would have got that season. I'm not
Right.
saying no. But that time I asked one question to myself. Okay, I'm 27 now.
Right.
If I get into this now by the age of 30, 31, maybe I'm not saying established,
Right.
but I will be in a better position to help the youngsters, which I never got.
Right. I think what you were saying is right. Like sometimes you do things on faith. मतलब तुमको पता नहीं क्या होने वाला है, but you just trust your guts and you go
Yeah.
for it. तुमको फ्यूचर नहीं पता है, तुमको नहीं पता कि अगले साल तुम्हारे साथ क्या होने वाला है, तुमको ये नहीं पता कितने स्टूडेंट्स आएंगे इन योर कॉन्टेक्स्ट, तुमको ये नहीं पता कि कितना पैसा आएगा, तुमको सिर्फ ये पता है कि ओवरहेड्स है, तुमको इतना खर्चा आने, बट कितना आने वाला है तुमको नहीं पता, बट यू नो देयर इज अ पोटेंशियल बिकॉज यू आर इनटू इट एंड you will give it your all. So I think go with your gut, give it your all, and then just hope for the best. That's all anyone can do.
And one thing that I always asked myself, why I want to do this,
Right.
is coaching. Is exactly that question.
Yeah.
But for me, it was always about just a one sentence. Like
Correct.
so many people ask me this: that why did you get into this? Why have you become a coach when you could have been a player for the next maybe 4 or
7-8 years.
5 at least
Max,
5 years.
35 तक खेल सकते
Yeah.
हैं.
So I said that I want to be that person for these kids, which I never had.
Correct.
Yeah. And
You want
I can see that.
you want to be a support system and you want to give people back what you didn't get.
Exactly.
Right. I think that's a
I'm
very
not complaining because those times were different.
Exactly.
Only a
here,
limited
मतलब
amount of
maybe
time was given to us, which
I
was fine because coaching was not that demanding during those days.
right.
But now it is very demanding.
I think that's what I'm also trying to do with this podcast is like trying to bring in different
Bring in
people like
stories.
you. Yeah, and so that people can actually get something. अभी क्या पता कोई एक 22 साल का लड़का ये सुन रहा हो जिसको कोचिंग में इंटरेस्ट हो,
Why not?
वो सुन के बोले अरे ऋषिकेश का सुना मैंने, मेरे को मोटिवेशन आ गया, मैंने कोचिंग चालू कर दिया.
Of course. That is a good thing. Yeah.
I mean that is what my ultimate aim is.
See,
like,
it is nothing to do with age. Yeah.
Correct.
Age
Absolutely.
is just a number, as everyone says, but they say it very easy.
we will just put it in tweets and memes and everything. But actually a fact, वो KFC वाला बंदा वो 65 पे KFC चालू किया. So age is never a criteria. I think how much you're into it and how much you.
For me, it's about not just teaching them any kind of a skill.
Right.
It's about empowering them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's so true.
So,
Empowering them.
Yeah.
As
I've got someone like Chirag over here who works as an assistant at my academy. He's 22.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent him for a course at Hyderabad at Coaching Beyond, and he did amazingly well. He was the youngest to score that many marks.
Okay, just one second. People listening, Hrishikesh is also an ICC level coach. He's been coached by Ravi Shastri and everything. So he actually knows what he's doing. And you promoting other people also. A lot of people I know.
If they
a lot
do
of
it
coaches-
at start
no, a lot of
encourage.
people I know, they are insecure about promoting others. मतलब ऑफिस एनवायरनमेंट में भी आप देखते हो कि मैनेजर कभी कभी आगे प्रमोट नहीं करते, विजिबिलिटी नहीं देते हैं.
Yeah.
मेरे साथ हो चुका है, सबके साथ हो चुका है. But it's good to see that you are not letting that happen to your kids, and you're actually promoting them and making them go ahead.
I think that's the best way, no?
Right.
Because whenever I have been asked this question, why did you do this? Because I want to be that person which
Who
I
empowers,
never had.
empowers,
Yeah,
enables
just
people.
empowering people is the best way possible.
Right,
And another thing is I've learned a lot of things from others.
right.
So I have to give credit to them.
Absolutely.
I cannot just say it all happened because
You
of
can't
me.
be you can't be a hypocrite and be like मेरे को मिला तो मैं किसी को नहीं दूंगा. मतलब you have to. ये मेरे dad में वो बोलते थे कि it doesn't matter what you do, how much you earn. What matters is how much you give back to the people.
Yeah.
And किसी मतलब whoever it is, you may give back to people like say Chirag. You know him since some time. He's not your family,
Yeah.
but still you're giving back to him because you must have seen something in him that कि वो efforts है, वो बंदा उतना कर रहा है. तो इसलिए तुमको मन किया कि नहीं उसको आगे भेजना चाहिए, तो तुमने वो किया. That's so important, yeah. And yeah, pretty amazing. Any parting thoughts, like any advice that you'd like to give to
I
people?
would advise anyone who wants to get into coaching, because I'm a coach, so I can advise now.
Life
So
advice भी दे सकते हैं, I'm pretty sure.
Of course, if you want to do it, give it your all.
Right.
Don't think about what the world will think about it. He's very young. What do you know? तेरे को क्या मालूम है coaching के बारे में? It's a very common question.
Right.
Learn about it.
Right.
Go to people who already know what coaching is. Take knowledge. Do courses, which is a necessity now.
Correct.
Do it and start early. It's fine.
It's fine.
You can manage your cricket.
Yeah.
You can manage your coaching, and I have seen it happen here at the academy and outside as well.
Correct.
So these things are possible. Go to people who know about specific things. Like batting, I went to Mr. Vinayak Malik.
Right.
Played for India A.
Correct.
Who played,
You also like
played
did
for
all your
Mumbai
ICC
Ranji
courses and
Trophy.
everything.
Yeah.
So you learned. So I think one like if I put it in a very broad spectrum, like in what you're saying is do your research. Okay, learn everything and then implement it, because that's the only way forward, and that's the only way you'll be confident about what you do.
Because I know many people feel like even now when parents come to meet me, and they are at the first instance is they are a little bit surprised to see someone as young.
Correct.
Because all they are used to is watching someone with a
pot belly and everything.
tummy, and we thought would be someone old.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it is like that. And I think those things need.
It's a stereotype that has been developed that अभी भी शिवाजी पार्क पे आधे लोग ऐसे ही दिखेंगे.
Yeah.
वो coaches
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong.
Let them do what they are doing, but
I'm pretty sure they're amazing at what they do.
More space and enough room available for young coaches as well.
Correct.
Now there's so many leagues have come.
Correct.
Young people can just start.
पहले तो सिर्फ रणजी होता था या फिर वो
But don't just be coach or I'm coach. No, not like that. Learn about it.
Be involved. Be involved. Be involved.
Do a lot of observation.
Correct. Be involved. That's what I'm saying. Be involved with everything. Like stay involved. Cool. Thank you for your time. Lovely catching
Thanks
up
for
with
coming over all the way from Powai. He stays in Powai.
So thank you for tuning in. And if you have any questions regarding coaching or anything, do drop a comment on YouTube. Hrishi will be happy to respond. And do visit his page, Cricket Explained. He'll be tagged on Instagram as well. So yeah, till then, take care. Stay tuned. Cheers.